Hi everybody, my name is Chris, and I'm here today on behalf of my daughter to talk about my journey so far with HL. So I didn't always know that I had it. I found out kind of on a whim, thinking I had carpal tunnel. The right side of my body would go numb, couldn't feel it, kept dropping things. So they sent me to a nerve specialist to, run some tests and see if maybe there's a nerve block or something. When they couldn't figure it out, I went for an MRI. That was March 5th of 21 at 11 in the morning. And by 6 o'clock that night, I was being admitted to Albany Medical Center because they had found a brain tumor. Well, it was larger than a golf ball, sitting at the base of my skull there. So that was fun. I found out that day after subsequent MRIs from head to toe that I had multiple tumors and lesions everywhere, and I was going to be needing surgeries. So 2 days later, they took out the brain tumor, which was a trip because it was so large and got so much pressure. I guess when they took it out, I had to learn how to walk again. Couldn't stand or anything. It took me a while, a lot of PT. So, yep. Then fast forward a few months, they ended up taking a right kidney and rib out because the mass is there and couldn't find out. I had renal cell carcinoma, so they ended up just taking everything as precaution. So, let's see, some of the symptoms that I had was basically my body just went numb out of the blue on one side. I had no idea why. So that's why I went to get checked out, because I kept dropping things, which is obviously pretty annoying, especially when you're trying to do your job or just in life in general. You don't think you have to hold this on, and next thing you know, it's on the ground. Let's see. And right now, this question is how it changed my life, and I'm trying not to let it change my life. I'm still working more than I should. We're in a staffing crisis right now, and eventually we'll get more people on board. But I'm not letting it get me depressed, and I'm refusing to let it win. I'm pretty much just going to keep working until I collapse, because I don't want to sit back and just oh my god, I have this. I know I have it. I'm still going to do everything I can to, try and live a full life, as best I can. And eventually the doctor said if things get worse, it's going to be a slow descent, but we'll face that when it happens. But I'm hopeful for the future, because like I said, the med does seem to be working. But time will tell, it's only been 6 months. So, I have a daughter, Gracie, and she also has this. So, she got tested for it, found out she had it. Then they went and did a scan, found that she had a few and required immediate brain surgery. So, I took the time off from work to be there for all this, because they admitted her from the doctor's office right up onto the floor. And she had a better time recovering than I did. So that's great. She bounced straight back. One of the first things she said was that she was hungry and wanted Chinese. So that was pretty funny.
Something that's not curable is so scary to me. To know that she's going to go through more surgeries down the road, maybe even more brain surgeries, it's scary. But it's important for me to tell people that, make sure you get genetic testing done. I never thought that it was a serious thing until her father got it, and then I had to worry that my daughter was going to have what he has. And then I find out that he has 5 years left to live if this med that he's trying doesn't work. Our daughter doesn't even know that yet. I just feel like no parent should ever have to feel the things that I have felt in the past week. And yeah, I know there's parents out there that are feeling this every single day, and there's nothing that they can do for their child. And until you're in that situation, you don't even know what you would do. You can just imagine, but you don't know. Everyone takes things so differently. To know that my daughter has something that's not curable is so scary.
You want me to go this way and over? How would feel to be up there?
Hi, my name is Gracia Olivia Jane O'Hara. I am 14 now.
So I'm Gracie's mom. My name is Becky. This is a hard situation and a hard thing for me to talk about. It's been a while since I've talked about it out loud. So it started back in March of 2021. We were about to be on a family vacation to come to Texas and vacation for like 2 weeks. And I had gotten a phone call from Gracie's father, Chris, and he said he was getting emergency brain surgery. So that was a shocker. I was confused as to why, and I asked a lot of questions, and he kind of beat around the bush a lot and just told me to go on the vacation and that everything was going to be fine. And so I really didn't want us to go still, but we did. We went. And I kept in contact and made sure that he made it through and that everything was okay with him. And so while we were in Texas, I kept in contact with Christopher and made sure that everything was good with him on his end. I had gotten, when we got back from Texas, I'd gotten some messages from his family that said that what he had was genetic. But every time I asked him, he would tell me it was not genetic. And in my heart, I felt like he was lying to me because I couldn't understand why his family would tell me something and he was telling me something otherwise. So fast forward to September of 2021, he finally told me that it was genetic, something I had already known. And I had already went through, I looked into it a lot. So I already knew it was genetic, what he had, even though he was telling me it wasn't. And that was really hard for me to accept that he lied to me. Like, extremely hard to accept. So my daughter got her genetic testing done in September, the end of September. In October, we got the results that she was positive for VHL, on Hippel Lindau disease. And that causes tumors and cysts and lesions to grow on major organs throughout your body. So I did even more research on it, which was so scary. I didn't really talk to Grace about it too much because, how do you tell your child something like that? It's kind of hard. So I waited until it was time to do the MRI, which was not even scheduled till February of 2022. And the only reason that we got it pushed closer to than what it was, because it was pushed further out than February, was because her migraines got worse. See, I knew something was wrong with Grace since she was little. I just kind of knew it because as a mom, you know. But we were in a small town and doctors don't always listen to what you have to say. You have to be very vigilant when you feel like something's wrong with your child. I urge every parent to push it. If you feel something's wrong with your child, you push it. Had I pushed it, maybe my daughter wouldn't have had to go through the things she had already. Maybe it would have been caught sooner. I don't know.